Honestly, folks, Dungeons and Dragons right now is like the gift that just keeps on giving. Like, I can't turn around and not see something newsworthy and reportable. I literally went and laid down for a nap. Didn't take too long of a nap. It's 2:30 on January 13th, so their update came out at like 10 a.m. Central Time. Today, I recorded an update on it, responded to a bunch of comments, laid down around 1. I didn't even realize this was up. Opened Facebook after I woke up from my nap a little while ago, and this was literally the first thing that I saw in my Facebook feed was this comment. And I just have to dissect their response on social media, followed by we're going to wade into the comments section because this is way too big of a gold mine to just not deal with and to not mine for content. Guys, Dungeons and Dragons, Wizards of the Coast, you guys are digging your own grave here with this kind of stuff. So we already saw from the update over. I mean, we can click right through very quickly. We'll open it up in a new tab and go over to it. I don't have it on dark mode right now, everybody. Sorry about that. So but my favorite part of this is down at the bottom when they're like, second, you're going to hear a lot of people say that they won and that we lost because making your voices heard forced us to change our plans. Those people are only going to be half right. They won, but so did we. This just reeks of them literally sitting there going, you didn't win. We won. This is our victory. You didn't get anything out of this. We're doing exactly what we wanted to. This is bluster at this point. So here's their comment on Facebook. Over the past week, we have witnessed an incredible outpour of passion and dedication from our community, working together to protect and cultivate the inclusive environment of Dungeons and Dragons. Please rate our update on the open game license here, and then they have a link to it. All right, outpouring from where? The only thing that anyone has seen, the only thing that anyone is talking about, Dungeons and Dragons and Wizards of the Coast has been trending on Twitter for more than a week now since the leaked OGL 1.1 first came out. And it has been 99.99999% negative reactions from the entire world. The international tabletop community rose up in arms against Wizards of the Coast and said, no, OGL 1.1, not a chance in the world are we going to abide by those terms. That is ridiculous. And Wizards did nothing. They published nothing. Radio silence as people around the world ranted and raved and D&D trended for all the wrong reasons, and all that goodwill that had been built up from 25 years plus years of whatever. I guess 25 years since the OGL first came into effect. All that gone in almost overnight. Flash forward to Paizo announcing last night that they, along with Green Ronin and Cobalt Press and all of these other really big third-party publishers who were an important part of the Dungeons and Dragons community over the last dozen years or so or more, building up all of these amazing OGL products, the fact that they all joined Paizo under the new open game system, Orc, that's being developed, like, yeah, what outpouring of passion and dedication are you talking about? Because all we've seen is the cancellation of D&D Beyond subscriptions and beyond as everyone is leaving Dungeons and Dragons in droves. It may be a little confirmation bias for me to say this, but I have not seen a single, not one, not even on the D&D Beyond forums, which I've gone to a few times. I've not found anybody supporting D&D at all in any of this. So I'm very curious about who the incredibly outpouring of passion and dedication is from. What community members are they talking about? And here's the next favorite part of this. To protect and cultivate the inclusive environment of Dungeons and Dragons. Man, they are really just knuckling down on that point that we're all about, because if you remember reading this part here, I gotta find it here. In addition to language allowing us to address discriminatory and hateful content conduct and clarifying what types of products the OGL covers, blah, 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 blah. They keep going on and on and on and on about protecting and cultivating the inclusive environment. Um, What are they talking about? What are you guys on about? There is no controversy. The controversy was something that you made up. This whole idea that people were offended because elves are considered a race, like that has never been a thing. That was somebody with a culture badge on their chest fighting this crazy culture war that no one else is participating in on your staff apparently making that up because you guys keep trying to push that we're the most inclusive tabletop RPG on the planet. Dude, tabletop has been about inclusivity since its inception. What is the number one rule of tabletop, everybody? What is the number one rule? You get together with your friends, you sit around a table, you sit around on a couch as you now in the virtual environment do it online in a VTT format, but it's always friends coming together. It is by its very nature an inclusive environment that includes everyone who wants to play. We don't care skin colors, we don't care about backgrounds, we just care about people who want to have good fun playing video games, and that's what it's always been about. So it's just funny. But let's dive into the comments for a minute because this is their Facebook page and supposedly there's an outpouring of support from their community. So let's see what these comments say. An outpouring from who? The shareholders? Good to see. Harmlessly canceling automatic subscription renewal for a single day got you to give us everything we wanted, especially because I never lost anything. Yep, no sacrifice was actually made on my part, and you technically didn't lose any money because I had already handed it to you, but you backpedaled anyway. Yeah, I thought Wizards of the Coast was too cowardly to call the bluff. Next time, if you just let subscriptions expire, I bet we'll all come running back and agree to whatever you want us to. Or will we? Or won't we? Or will we? Wink, wink. You won't let us down? You already have. We've heard about the Mad Dash scramble for damage control, and it's interesting that on the day Wizards of the Coast was supposed to put out a statement, the day before all third-party publishers were supposed to have it signed, there was thunderous silence from you, while Paizo had plenty to say. Jonas Devon says, "We hear you. Your lies continue. We have receipts. No amount of spin will detract from this. You have managed to poison your brand, and this is just the beginning." Someone says, "Me coming into D&D only for it to become another thing. Wizard of the Coast greedy hands ruined." Derek says, "There are some mistakes you just can't come back from. I've unsubscribed, and both of my games are switching over to pen and paper because we no longer want to support the greedy monetization exploration of Dungeons and Dragons." It's like they heard me sticking up for them. Paizo announces neutral open RPG system. Inclusive, it's fantasy role playing. Who's excluded? Trolls? Bye bye forever. And I go way back to the blue and red box. Tommy says, "Yuck, who's getting paid to write this stuff? We won't let you down?" That's like a villain saying, "Trust me." You've already shown your true colors. Time to just be humble, listen to the community, take a back seat, and sit down. Someone else says, "How about you get rid of the update and leave things as they are? I don't know if you've been paying attention to your own game, but your system is greedy, controlling, trying to destroy the livelihoods of others, and using dark legal magics to do it. That makes you the bad guy. And the heroes of the gaming community are already working to help people escape your kingdom and find places they can be free and flourish. They're coming for your dark tower, Hasbro. Are you prepared?" Somebody else says, "Too late. It's easier to lose trust than it is to gain it. And as someone whose career began making Norse-themed D&D content, I feel great kinship with the third-party community. I love D&D and I collect your hardback books religiously, but as far as purchasing future Wizards of the Coast products go, I'm out. I'm a Paizo by now. Good luck making money off microtransactions, you leeches." Still time for the community to move on to truly open source engines. That was a big pile of condescending language. Does no one with community management experience read these before they get published? Y'all barely made it past the failure to handle Mike Merles, sorry, and then stumbled in Spelljammer just now to fall flat on your face, and now you double down with a belly flop. Who the fuck is making these decisions? Passionate dedication? Sorry, the phrase you're looking for is firestorm. It says, "At least it's good that you actually listened carefully to what community had to say about OGL. I will note it as a plus for you. If it was not a controlled leak, in my opinion, you should thank whoever did it. It saved you a lot of issues after coming online." Outpouring of support. Yeah, the thought never crossed our mind. Guys, I'm scrolling down and I have yet to see a single positive comment in favor of Wizards of the Coast and Dungeons and Dragons. So again, I ask, where is this outpouring of support you're getting from your community? Because I'm on social media, I'm on your Facebook page right now. I haven't even gone to Twitter. I haven't gone to your forums for D&D Beyond. I'm on your Facebook page, and I have not seen a single positive comment, and I have been scrolling for several minutes. Let's keep going. I think you took way too long to respond. You can't unring that bell. Yeah, this move is purely self-preservation. You were fully prepared to alter things to line your pockets more exclusively. It blew up in your faces like Wile E. Coyote and some Acme TNT. Then someone else linked something. Care to address this? And then someone else says, Wizards of the Coast, why are millions of people and hundreds of content creators boycotting us? Public says, you ruined the game with your sheer greed. Wizards of the Coast, but don't people like D&D? We love D&D, but we despise your company's greed. It makes no sense why everyone's abandoning us. How about no? The funniest part to me is how laughable their apology is. I've written mid-level BBEG that twirled less mustache. Every move they make will be under a microscope, and other publishers are moving to create a better, far less shareholder-driven future for those who enjoy tabletop. Nope, I'll stick to Paizo. Keep up the pressure, everyone. They only care about money and hope we forget. D&D never players never forget. I feel like they tasted AI with writing a non-apology in Fate D&Disms, absolutely not accepting fault. Back and we're not an obstacle from your money. Protect us from hateful and discriminatory content. Are they serious? Just a few comments on this thread, huh? Oh my god. So again, read. Not a single positive comment. So, Wizards of the Coast, you guys need to get your heads out of your asses right now. You know what the right thing to do is? Is you just need to come out and say, you're right, guys. We messed up. We messed up. We realized that we've broken faith with you. We've broken your trust. Really, there's no real way for us to come out of this without, without some people feeling like they can't trust us again. We realize that we're gonna have to earn that trust back. So here's what we're gonna do. We're not gonna revoke the OGL 101A at all. We are going to keep things as they are, but we are going to include some provisions for things like NFTs because I think that's fair to cover the things that weren't covered in the original OGL to make sure that only they can mint D&D related NFTs or Forgotten Realms. We need to be more specific about it. It's not D&D, it's Forgotten Realms or Dragonlance or Eberron, you know what I mean? The problem is they've tried to confuse Forgotten Realms and D&D is the same thing, and it's not. One's a world and property identity, and Dungeons and Dragons was just a game at one point in time, and so it's gotten really confusing. But what they need to do is they need to just come out and say, we screwed up. We're not going to change anything. Business as usual. We apologize, everyone. You know, give us some time to try to make this right and then come up with a game plan of making it right as opposed to doubling down on this whole thing of we have to get rid of the OGL 1.0A. We have to get rid of it. This is what we're doing to help make the new contract more malleable, palatable. Malleable is not the right word. Don't quote me on that. Palatable is the word I was looking for. So yeah, we're gonna make these changes, but this social media commentary, their communications division is just this is ridiculous. Who's managing their social media? There is no outpouring. There's no outpouring of passion and dedication from your community. Your social media is 100% minutes of scrolling and reading. It's 100% negative against you. I don't know. If you like this stuff, you want more footage about the ongoing drama, don't forget, like, subscribe, hit the bell icon. Support my channel if you can with a super chat. Thanks, Robert Sanchez. I appreciate it. Super chat on these premieres. Super thanks after the fact when they're uploaded. You can also join as a member. 3 different tiers down there. We have a Patreon page for our tabletop world, our point-and-click adventure game, and our fantasy series. By the way, we're going to be using the new open RPG system. Can't wait. And don't forget the Discord. See you guys in the next episode. Links are all down below. Peace!